What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Raymond Chaka Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm about another video. Before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist out. Today, I'm about another video. Today I'm sharing my review on Listcrawler Is Changing. This is why I say, these are the reasons I say Listcrawler Is Changing. You know, I'm talking from Florida to Virginia of 2022, last year. And these are reasons I say Listcrawler is changing for the most part. Reason number one, females want deposits to get their address. That happens a lot nowadays. Once you agree to a hookup, they say, okay, to know you're serious, I need a deposit. Or sometimes they wait till you drive, till you find, they tell you to text them when you get 10 minutes away or when you're 5 minutes away for them to tell you, okay, I need a deposit. Send me some kind of deposit. Someone asks for a deposit for their protection. They claim they've been raped in the past, and they don't trust nobody, so they want a deposit for their safety, which I don't believe. You know, if you spread your legs to a man before collecting your payment, then that's on you. That's your fault. That's your slip up, not my slip up. You know, I told a lot of them that they want a confirmation. It's called a confirmation fee, a booking fee. It's so many different terms for just listen for those terms. They might ask for a deposit, a confirmation fee, a booking fee, and so many terms that they use where you have to pay attention in order to catch on to it. Number two, using old pictures for years. I know a lot of ads on Listcrawler for females that's in Florida, female that's in Virginia that never update their ad. I mean, never update their ad. It's the same pictures, same videos, months after months after months after months. You know, using old pictures. Sometimes in some of the pictures be real, and then if you keep scrolling through the picture, you see other pictures of other females, some foreign, some Asian women, then other black women, other Caucasian women, so forth and so forth. Ad full of mixed pictures. I just said that, you know, you go to an ad, there be pictures, there be like 10 different women pictures in they ad. You know, bad service over price. That happens a lot. Lot of bad service. They talk all that good talking and they bow how good they sense it. They have you come out for more. They have you dreaming for more or thirsty for more, etc., etc. Bad service over price. You know, a lot of times it's females that escort to live in a hotel to keep the rent paid. A couple of times happened to me where I hooked up with a female and she left me in her room while she went downstairs to pay for the room. You know what I mean? Because her rent was due at the hotel she was at. One position costs too much. It might be a doggy style. Usually 9 times out of 10 nowadays, a QV, which means a quick visit, is usually doggy style. That's it. For $100. Now you paying these females $100 for one position. That's why I like to ask them, how many positions do I get for $100? And when they say something like, how many do you want? I start replying back. Because 9 times out of 10, they mean that people normally assume that a QV is one position, which is doggy style, and that's it. Man, service, one position costs too much. Misleading pictures, lot of misleading pictures. A lot of misleading pictures going around. You know what I mean? It might be 1 out of 100 pictures on their ad, might be one picture of the actual female, or they got pictures of them and another girl for every advertiser, a threesome, and most of the pictures on the ad might not be them. They wait hours to reply back. That happened to me a lot. I replied to an ad at midnight. They probably won't respond back till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, or I replied to an ad. I've reached out to an ad at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, or 3 in the morning. They probably won't reply back till 8, 9, 10 o'clock, or 2 o'clock the next afternoon. And when you say something about it, they say you got an attitude, so they block your number. Like, I needed your service at 1 in the morning, not 12 hours later, not 8 hours later. Some of them use that excuse they was at work or they was with another customer. Okay, don't call back. You can't respond when I called you. Don't reply back. Don't call back later on. You know what I mean? Because you don't know somebody with their family or they at work, etc., etc. You know? Some work a job and escort aside. A lot of females told me that they work at an escort when they boyfriend or baby daddy fall behind on his half of the bill, supposedly. I heard that a lot. Someone working 9 to 5, I heard that a lot. Some be with customers, they reply back hours later. There's customers that pay for an all-nighter or pay for a full 24 hours, and then whatever numbers come through while they busy with that one customer, they call those customers back once they done with that other customer, the previous customer. Some want to know why you declined on the hookup. You know, like a lot of times they ask for a booking or any kind of deposit. I tell them no, or the price seems too high for a QV, or they answer too many questions, or take it too long to get down to business, get down to why we're calling. Then that's usually the reason I decline. They ask why, and I tell them, you know, your price too high for a QV. Now I'm trying to tell you, you want $120 for one position. I'm not paying $120 for one position. I'm not paying over $60 for one position and less than 5-minute blowjob. You know, just being real. A lot of time they ask you to bring your own rubber. That's what I ran into a lot. Make sure you bring a rubber. When you tell them you're 5 minutes away, they tell you, can you stop and get a condom? You know, a lot of time they have fancy hotels and you got to pay the parking garage. You know, they're not going to refund you that fee. You got to pay the parking garage. Now, you got to pay them. You got to pay the city to park in the parking garage. Then you got to pay them to have sex with them. No, that's too much. They really doing too much nowadays on these ads. Some female using other female ads to get you comfortable hookup. You're not the same female that's in the pictures. You know, there's all kind of the games going on nowadays, or they got out-of-state phone numbers. Some are using an app, a WhatsApp or other apps, you know, when it say stuff like, please speak your name so we can try to get your call through. What? No, thank you. These are the reasons that I say Listcrawler is changing. And probably gonna get worse and worse as time goes on. You won't find many ads nowadays or last year that don't require a deposit. You know what I mean? That don't require a deposit. You'll come across an ad probably once a month, once every 3 months, where the female don't need a deposit. But 9 times out of 10, majority of the ads on this Listcrawler site requires a deposit. And that's something I'm not willing to do. I'm not finna pay a stranger that I'm texting a deposit. You know? And you can listen to the ad. If you see American pictures and you texting someone and they talking with an accent, or you can tell, you can peep the accent on how they texting, and that should tell you it's a scam. You know what I mean? Just me. I'm not paying nobody. I'm not trusting nobody to pay a deposit. Sorry. I like the back page way where we agree to hook up. You say your address. I tell you how far I am. When I get there, I get in the room. You give me a hug. I give you the money. You count it. If it's sure not counterfeit, we get straight down to business. That's what I'm used to. But I left that life alone. I'm just sharing to put other people up to date on what's going on this Listcrawler nonsense. This is what I've been through in the last year. So I want to share with y'all. For a shout out video the last Sunday in July. Y'all tell me in the comments some of the things you experienced within the last 12 months on Listcrawler that I didn't mention. Let me know in the comments and give you a shout out. My shout out video the last Sunday in July. Also, if you like this review, take the time to subscribe, like, comment, share. Make sure you turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Also, don't forget, I'll leave the link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist out.